one bedroom. This would be the guest bedroom. We got a bathroom, you know, guest bathroom and stuff like that. We got a second bedroom. This would be the streaming room, you know. Laundry right there. We got the master bedroom that has a nice tub and shower. Oh, look at that. And then a walk-in closet. They kind of messed up here. That should have actually gone back, been bigger, like utilize this area. There's a big hollow spot there now. Or nothing. But point is, it's pretty good size. Like, I would not be mad at this type of place, you know. All right. That being said, we're exiting. Exit. Quit. All right. Photos from the trip. Let's see. Hold on. I gotta see photos if they synced actually or not. Shoot. Switch accounts. Are they over here? Oh, dang it. They didn't back up yet. Why aren't they backing up? That's what I'm saying, Candace. A 3-bedroom, 2 full baths, and a laundry. That's a nice place, right? That is actually a legit setup. Why is this not backing up? Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, maybe because I needed to update it. Maybe. I don't know. This sucks, though. Bear with me. Bear with me. There we go. I think it's doing it now. Yep. Okay. It's gonna take a little bit of time because it's just gonna start updating now. Can I? Can I share them? Gallery. To the camera. Bear with me here. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on. How to screen mirror to a PC. Oh no. Hold on. Oh, that's what it is. I forgot about that. Hold on. Bear with me. There we go. Add wireless optional features, projectors, optional features. Wire, nope, I don't have it. So add a feature. Wireless display. There we go. Add that. All right, hold on, folks. I apologize. I appreciate your patience. I do. We should have this shortly. Here, I got an idea. While we wait, I'm gonna play you my new song. Okay. It's my intro song now. Pay attention to the words. Matt heard it earlier because Matt was actually here on time. All right. Hold on. You ready for this? All right. Here we go. Hold on. Here we go.
Yo. Grew up in the shadows where the streets ain't kind, where every corner got a story, every face got a grind. But I had a vision, had to leave it all behind. Found a new direction, had love on my mind. Left the old life with its scars and its pain. Chasing dreams now under a different name. No more running with the pack, no more playing the game. Found a new rhythm and love's sweet refrain. From the streets to the heart, found a different kind of high. Left the past behind, spread my wings to fly. In her eyes found the truth, found a reason why. Love's the only game worth living or dying by. With every step found freedom, a chance to renew. No more chains from the past, just a sky so blue. In her arms found my peace, my dreams came true. Love's the only crew I need, just us two. She saw through the armor, saw the man inside. Saw the hurt and the struggle, saw the tears I tried to hide. With her love as my compass, I found my stride. Left the darkness behind, with her by my side. No more looking over shoulders, no more living in fear. With her love as my anchor, got nothing left to steer. Every moment with her feels like the atmosphere filled with hope and love, no one shedding tears. From the streets to the heart, found a different kind of high. Left the past behind, spread my wings to fly. In her eyes found the truth, found a reason why. Love's the only game worth living or dying by. With every step found freedom, a chance to renew. No more chains from the past, just a sky so blue. In her arms found my peace, my dreams came true. just us two. Sometimes the hardest battles are the ones we fight within, but love's a force that's stronger, it's where we truly begin. Found redemption in our arms, found a place to begin. In a love, found salvation, found the peace to win. So here's to new beginnings, to love's enduring grace, to leaving behind the old, finding a better place. From gangster to the lover, found my saving grace. In her arms, found my home, found my rightful place. From the streets to the heart, found a different kind of high. Left the past behind, spread my wings to fly. In her eyes, found the truth, found a reason why. Love's the only game worth living, or dying by. With every step, found freedom, a chance to renew. No more chains from the past, just a sky so blue. In her arms, found my peace, my dreams came true. Love's the only crew I need, just us two. No more chasing false glory in the city's dark embrace. Each scar a reminder of a past I can't erase. I'm so weary of the game, longing for relief. No more running from shadows, no more hiding underneath. No more dodging bullets, no more cries of war. In the rear view mirror saw the battles I swore. Every quarter whispered stories that your blood and fame. But the streets don't give, they only take, no room for shame. From the streets to the heart, found a different kind of high. Left the past behind, spread my wings to fly. In her eyes, found the truth, found a reason why. Love's the only game worth living, or dying by. With every step, found freedom, a chance to renew. No more chains from the past, just a sky so blue. In her arms, found my peace, my dreams came true. Love's the only crew I need, just us two. But the past isn't done, it calls with the haunting cry. There are debts unpaid, ghosts I can't deny. Leaving her was the hardest, left a hole in my chest. Felt the weight of the world as I turned to face the test. Cause I knew I had to go to protect what we built. Erase the past shadows so our dreams wouldn't wilt. Had to leave her behind, with tears in her eyes. With hope I returned, but first had to cut ties. From the streets to the heart, found a different kind of high. Left the past behind, spread my wings to fly. In her eyes, found the truth, found a reason why. Love's the only game worth living, or dying by. With every step, found freedom, a chance to renew. No more chains from the past, just a sky so blue. In her arms, found my peace, my dreams came true. Love's the only crew I need, just us two. In the shadows of the night, whispered prayers for the best. With every step away, felt further from rest. With a heavy heart and a love unspilled, I walked away knowing the future was yet to be filled. Dreaming of the day I returned to hold her tight, to show her that the struggle was worth the fight. Together we'll stand in the morning light. In her arms found my peace where everything feels right. Right, 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 right.
There you go. That's the song. So as I was telling Matt earlier, since he was the only one here, that was written back in March, the first part of it. And I never found a good beat that I liked and everything. And so I just kind of let it sit. And then yesterday I was looking for something and ended up coming across a AI music generator. And all I had to do was throw the lyrics into it and it would do the rap and do the music and everything. So I was like, all right, cool. Well, I got to change the lyrics because I'm no longer, it was originally, leaving the gangbanger life behind and, moving forward with the love with mama. Well, then now I had to leave her. So I had to write new lyrics to add to it. And so that's where we came up with the last two verses ended up being kind of about leaving and then the hope to return. So that's kind of where that all came from. And like I told Matt, I'm going to probably strip the lyrics out of it and just have the instrumental. And then in Cruz's voice, redo the rap. So, because that was my original goal. And basically what ended up coming out is almost the same way that I was actually doing it in my head in the first place. So it works out kind of nice. All right, you ready? Pictures from my trip. Okay. Here we go. All right. This is on the bus ride. So we actually flew into Anchorage, Alaska, where there was no snow. The only place you're going to see snow is because these are areas that are glaciers, that snow really doesn't go away. Okay. So we flew into Anchorage, and it was in the mid 70s while we were there in Anchorage. And we were there for about 2 days. And then we took a bus about an hour and a half, or about an hour roughly, to a city called Whittier, Alaska, which is actually where the cruise ships are. So that's actually where the cruise ships take off from, is Whittier, not from Anchorage. Because of the depth of the water, they can't actually get into Anchorage very well. So they go into Whittier. So we take the bus ride over to Whittier, and this is some of the views that I got from that bus ride. So beautiful shot right here. The water was literally right against the road. So that's not like an exaggeration. The water was literally right there. All right, next shot, a little further down the road. Those are glaciers up there in the mountains. Like right up here. That's a glacier up there. There's glaciers kind of up here, or ice caps, maybe they'll call them. Same with right back here. So that's all glaciers or ice. Another shot, a little better. Keep in mind, these were just taking multiple shots because we're driving, so I'm just kind of taking multiple shots as I can. So sometimes you're going to see the same thing. That's another shot of that same ice cap. This is a little bit closer. Some heavy snow mostly there. Zoomed in a little on that. This is where I was kind of testing out what my phone could do while we were driving. So just some beautiful shots. The greenery, right? Okay, there's a zoom. Was that a shot here? No. Okay, this is zoomed in. And here we go. Still not on the boat yet, by the way. This is still from the bus. This is the last shot. Wait. No, was that actually? Yeah, that was the last shot from the bus. Then we got on the ship, and I took a few shots once we set sail out in the open water from the top of the ship, and it was just absolutely beautiful. Look at that sunset. Oh. Couple shots of that, trying to get, the angles and stuff, but just amazing out there. DJ Fate, what's up? Thanks for the follow, appreciate you. I just got back from a vacation. We took a cruise, a 7-day cruise in Alaska, me and my family, and so we're just kind of sharing some pictures on that one. So, this is off the back of the boat. Same sunset area, but just, ran to the back real quick. Take a shot off the back there. And then the first full day out, we went to Glacier National Park. And it's not a park. It's basically a whole bunch of glaciers in an area, and we basically took the boat close kind of to each area and got pictures of the glaciers, and then moved on to the actual dock on the next day. So the day was still basically spent out at sea, but yeah. So here's the glacier, getting in a little closer on it, zoomed in. I believe this was some sea lions over here. We couldn't quite get close enough to really tell, but based on this picture right here, that's what that kind of looks like, is some sea lions over there. Just some beautiful pictures. Like I said, some of them I was snapping multiple shots, so they're going to look the same. This was the next glacier we went to, and this one had a rock slide that had happened about 50 years ago, and the right-hand side of the picture is the rocks on. You can see actually a line over here up at the top, and it kind of continues along the edge. That's all the rocks that slid off, and over the last several years have slowly been pushing forward, and it's just living on top of the glacier right here on this side. And on this side too, because it kind of slid on both sides. There's zooming in on it a little bit. And here's the crazy one. You ready for this? A little sea otter. Sea otter swimming. There's a couple of them. It's really hard to get a picture because they're so small. And, you know, we're up in the boat. Kind of the only places to really get good shots were all up on the higher decks. So I really couldn't get a good shots. This is an iceberg that was really interestingly shaped, and you can see that there's just these little things, these little parts sticking up out of the water, and those are all attached just barely underneath the water. You can see it. They're all attached together, but that part is underwater where you can't see it. So what is it they say? Typically like 70 or 80%, I think it is, of an iceberg is actually underwater where you can't see it. It's some high percentage like that. It's more than 2/3 of an iceberg, I think it is actually underwater. And this is kind of that example that all of these are attached together as part of the iceberg, but these little things are sticking up and just enough that it's able to stay floating like that. So anyway, I just thought it was kind of an interesting iceberg look thing. So I thought I'd take a couple pictures. And there we go with another little sea otter. So adorable. He was just floating on his back, swimming around. All right, back to some mountain views. It was just so beautiful up there. So this was with a 100 times zoom on my Samsung. So this is 100 times zoom. And, oh, that wasn't even 100 times. Because that's what it looked like normal without the zoom. So it wasn't even 100 times zoom. By the way, for all the people that talk crap about Androids taking bad pictures, here's your proof that that's not true. Now, this is my finger in the way a little bit on this glacier. This glacier also had rock slides, and you can see on the side of it, it's all black from a rock slide as well that happened on top of it. This is the standard view from the boat. And then we zoomed in. That was the 10x zoom. Then we go to the 100x zoom. And then to the little off to the side of the rock slide area. Right? Then we went to this was the glacier from a distance as we kind of went away from it. There was another glacier off to the side. Oh, wait, no, that's the other one. Okay, hold on. We got to go back. All right. So right here, it's hard to see. There's a little dot. That's a boat. These pictures were all taken within seconds of each other, zooming in with my phone. So normal. There's the boat. There's the boat. There's the boat. This is the 100x. You can start seeing it's getting kind of fuzzy and stuff. But what do you expect? 100 times zoom, right? There we go. Another beautiful one. This was up in a mountain. Right there. So that was kind of zoomed in. Oh, wow. I just noticed that. That's pretty cool. Up here. That's pretty sweet. Up across the top. All right. Yeah, that's what that looked like from the water. There was another zoom in of that. I thought it would look cool. This was exiting that little cove where there was 2 glaciers at the back end, and then as we leave, there's another glacier that we pass on the right there. There was a glacier here that used to extend all the way out here, but it's currently recessed. It used to extend all the way out to the water. It's currently recessed off to the left. And it fills this whole area in. It even kind of merges with up here. I think the next picture actually goes into the upper ones. Yeah. So this kind of merges down. And it's not something where, I mean, somebody could argue global warming, but this actually constantly recedes and then moves forward again constantly. So it's done this multiple times. It lurches forward. It just kind of depends on how much is behind it. So, another one. All right, here was just when we were back out cruising. Just some nice shots of the scenery. Some of them were inside the boat, so the glass was kind of glaring. There's another sea otter. Another one. And another one blurry because I had to zoom in because they're so far and so tiny. Here's one of my favorite pictures. Isn't that just gorgeous? Next one's another one. This is another boat that happened to kind of follow some of the same pathway that we were. Isn't this just gorgeous? It's just beautiful. And then we saw a whale. We saw some whales playing. See their tails flipping. Unfortunately, they kept doing it far away from the boat, so I had to zoom in as much as I could. And all I could catch, all they were doing was flipping their tails. One of them actually breached and full on, jumped out. But, of course, not when I had my phone open. So, and then this was in Ketchikan. Sorry, had to think of where we were. So this is Ketchikan, and there were 3 cruise ships there at the time. Actually, there were 4. One of them was anchored off the docks as well. No, 5, because there was one in front of us at another dock, and then one anchored offshore. So yeah, there's a bunch of ships that kind of dock there at the same time. So this is, oh wait, no, I'm sorry. This isn't Ketchikan. This is Juneau. This is Juneau. And I thought this looked awesome. The eagle up on top of the totem pole. The totem pole was probably about 25 foot tall. So it's pretty good size. A little closer of the cruise ship that we were on, the Royal Princess. That's the one we were on. Princess Cruise Lines. As we left, we had a Holland America right here, and then another Princess Cruise. This was a sister ship, looked exactly the same. The Royal Majestic, I think it was. It's the same exact ship. All right. And then this was cool. This was a mountain that literally had this waterfall that starts out of nowhere and ends nowhere. Literally, it doesn't go anywhere. That's it. It just disappears. And the top of it's the same way. It just starts out of nowhere. This was another one where it just kind of starts right here and then just ends. You never see it hit the water, hit the ocean. So it's kind of weird, but really beautiful. Like that shot right there. If it wasn't for the electrical power lines, this would be a great shot, right? I'll have to Photoshop those out. A couple of houses on the coast there. Not too bad sized houses. Look at those. Those are some decent sized houses, Look at that one. That's a big house. I'll take that. I'll happily take that house. All right, then we were in the city of Ketchikan, Alaska's first city and the salmon capital of the world. And I love this. They play on the name right back here. Catch a tour. To tour the city. Catch a tour. How about that? I thought that was pretty clever. Catch a tour. And then a picture of me there to prove that I was actually there. All right. Proof. Okay. Then a picture of the docks. It looked like this little town. It was really kind of cool. So I took a couple shots back because it's a small place. It is not big at all. The Masonic Temple there. It's like right off the boat. You could see it when you get out off the boat. This is from the boat, looking back at the city. So this is like the downtown area of Ketchikan. These are going to be a lot of pictures of the same because I was trying to make sure I got a clear picture. And we started to move. So. And then back at the dock area and stuff. And then the sunset. Oh, what a beautiful sunset. Look at that. Just a beautiful sunset. The moon out there. And then our last day at sea. This really sucked. So it was beautiful. As you saw those pictures, it was bright, sunny. It was actually up in the upper 70s to low to mid 80s during the days. Nice and warm out. Actually a little warm, too warm for me. I like the colder, but it was beautiful days. And of course, the last day when we're out at sea, heading from Ketchikan to Vancouver, Canada. That's where the conclusion of our trip was. And on our pathway there, we go through an area that's known for having orcas, killer whales. And of course, right when we get towards that area, fog. This was our visibility. We could not see very far out, so we didn't get to see any of the orcas. Instead, my family decided to do karaoke, but we're not going to play that. And then this was a shot when we finally docked in Vancouver. We happened to dock right next to the Queen Elizabeth, which is like a flagship premier ship. This is the new Queen Elizabeth that also does an Alaska cruise out there by Conrad. So yeah, that was pictures from the Alaska cruise. And I had fun. Now, how do I stop this? All right, there we go. Perfect. Made it happen. All right. Yeah, the Conrad Cruise Line, which I think took over for, or not Conrad, Cunard. Sorry, Cunard Line. Excuse me. It's actually owned by Carnival, and I think that they took over for White Star. I think. I might be wrong. I am wrong. No, there we go. They merged. There you go. They relocated. They faced new competition with Germans, Italians, yada yada. In the 1934, they offered them loans to finish the Queen Mary and to build a second ship, the Queen Elizabeth, on the condition that they would merge with the then ailing White Star Line, to form Cunard White Star Line. They owned 2/3 of the new company, and then they purchased the rest of White Star's shares, 1947, and the name reverted back to Cunard. So for those that don't know, White Star Line was the cruise company that owned the Titanic. So that's actually where that came from. And they also owned... Oh, no, that was White Star that owned that at that time. Hold on. I'm trying to remember this. Yeah, I was right. The Lusitania, which was torpedoed during the First World War, was also built by Cunard. Or was owned by, not really built by, but I guess they kind of... Yeah. The Carpathia. Did White Star also have the Carpathia? Let's see. It was a transatlantic passenger steamship built by Swan Hunter, sorry. And Richardson, maiden voyage 1903. She became famous for rescuing survivors of the Titanic. Yep. Navigate ice fields, Titanic's hero after the crew rescued. Carpathia was sunk also during World War I. But who built it? Who owned it? Well, builder was Swan and... Oh, it was also Cunard Line. So yes, they also were the owners of the Carpathia. Good point. So Cunard is not a new company. In fact, it looks like founded in 1840. And they still, to this day, have some of the most premier ships out there. So the one that we park next to, the Queen Elizabeth, it's their new Vista class. It was only built a couple years ago. Well, relative for a cruise ship, right? 2010 is when it made its maiden voyage. And it can house... Hold on, what's its capacity? Oh, that's it. It only cost 350 million pounds, or roughly $560 million. That's nothing. Oh, the sister ship of the Titanic was the... Crap. How do I not know that right now? I did this whole thing on the Titanic. I'm mad at myself. The Britannic. There you go. That was the one I was thinking of. The Olympic and the Britannic. The Britannic was actually built after. It was 2 years later. The Olympic was the first one. The Olympic, then the Titanic, and then the Britannic. Those were the three ships. Now, there's also rumors that the Titanic was not actually what sunk, but it was actually a different ship that White Star... Okay, hold on. I've got to look this up. The theory. Yeah, there we go. It was secretly secretly switched with a sister ship, the Olympic. That was the theory. Wait, you've got a menu? Like a real one or a replica of it? From the Titanic or from the Olympic? Because the Olympic was supposedly like damaged. And hold on, let me see. Well, they actually didn't retire the Olympic until 1935, but the theory was that it had. There we go. So speculation, which was damaged in 1911 collision with the HMS Hawke, a British warship, was sunk in place of the Titanic as part of an insurance fraud scheme to build an entirely new boat with the Titanic's policy, was the claim. But the Titanic also wasn't insured for its full construction value. The cost was $7.5 million at the time, but it was only insured for $5 million, meaning sinking it was a financial loss. But the idea was that they didn't sink the Titanic. They sunk the Olympic replica Titanic. Yeah. This has been disputed because the boats in multiple places are stamped with a number, and the Olympic was stamped with 400, and the Titanic was 401. And there have been several parts auctioned off at the 1930 after it was decommissioned in 1935. There were several parts of the boat, including scrapping parts, that had the 400 label of the Olympic, and there have been several parts recovered from the crash of the Titanic that had the 401 part number. So that's their dispute and proof that it was the actual Titanic that sank. So, yeah. Anyway, we had a fun time. We had a blast. And, oh, here we go. Queen Elizabeth is almost identical to the Queen Victoria, although because of a steeper stern and her introduction into service, the passenger capacity at her introduction was slightly higher, with up to 2,058. 2,058. Okay. 2,058. So this ship was a tribute to the previous Queen Elizabeth and Queen Elizabeth II, the original ones, also operated by Cunard. The original was decommissioned in 1972. It was built in 38 and decommissioned in 72. So it had a good 34 years in service. And I believe it was actually scrapped. Yep, it was partially scrapped and then probably completed later in 74. So it only lasted a few years before it was completely scrapped. And the Queen Elizabeth II is, let's see, built in 1965, laid down in 65, launched in 67. Wow, so 2 years. And it was decommissioned in 2008. That one, the Queen Elizabeth II, is in Dubai, I believe, as a hotel, I think it is. Something like that. Yeah, it's a 500-room floating hotel off the Palm Jumeirah or something like that. Jumeirah? Yeah, something like that. One of the palms over in Dubai. I love like random stuff like this. I get so caught up in all this stuff. Sorry. It also features a Britannia Club section of the main restaurant, which is a feature of Queen Mary II. What is that? Well, it doesn't show me there, but I've never been on the Queen Mary II, only the Queen Mary. Was always a fan of the Titanic? Absolutely. Oh man, you and I could have some discussions about that one. Yep, the unsinkable ship. Crazy, huh? The more you research, yep, White Star Line, they cut corners left and right, man. They were horrible about that type of stuff. Sometimes it's amazing their ships even floated with all the corners they cut it on stuff. Cut. And then, obviously, if you're looking at the Titanic, one of the most famous people, survivors from that, would have been, of course, the unsinkable Molly Brown. And there was a play about her, great play, that I watched once, long time ago. And then also her house. Hold on. Where she lived. Not her birthplace, because that was Mississippi. Colorado. There we go. Her house in Colorado is a... in Denver, I should say. It's a historical landmark. There we go. And I used to live in Denver, so we went and visited the house. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at this real quick. So she bought the house, the Victorian mansion, okay, in 1894 for $30,000. Now, in 1894, that's a lot of money. To give you a rough idea, that's equivalent to just over $1 million in today's money. So that was a hefty sum. And then they built a summer house out in Bear Creek. Okay. But yeah. So it's now an actual museum, her old house. And we went on a tour through it. It's pretty cool. I want to see if I can pull this up. Hold on. Bear with me here for a second. We're going to share our screen again. Yep. Made them go back and look. Standing up to two men in that day and age. Oh, she did not care. That was one of the beautiful things, is she did not care. There was no such thing as, telling that woman to be quiet. That would not happen. All right, so this is what the house looked like on the outside. And then inside, they've kept it fairly close. I'm not going to do the videos. They've tried to keep it as much accuracy as it was back in that time. Going through owners, some things may have changed a little bit, but they tried to keep it as historically accurate as possible. So, gorgeous house. Kind of crazy because it's actually kind of small in some ways, but that's also how they were back then. Is a lot of things were kind of small. So, not doing videos. And then I love how they put these cardboard cutouts and stuff. But she was like a big socialite, right? Like she was wealthy, she was known. She'd go out to all the parties and events and stuff. And this was her house. And while it's a lot of money and it was a big deal in those days, it's like nothing for what we think of today. For like amenities and room sizes and things like that. It's like kind of funny to a degree. Then you've always got that creepy rocking chair in one room, right? Yeah. She tried as hard as she could, but you can't really force people, although she pretty much did with the people in her boat. But, there's only so much you can get people to do, especially when they're freaking out at the same time, It's just crazy, man. History right here. It's all elegant. It's crazy. So many pictures of the same thing sometimes. So this is like that creepy room, right? Because it's the bed that looks like it's like the person that's chained to the bed, locked up somewhere with the rocking chairs and stuff. It's like that creeper type of thing, but that's just how it was kind of back then with some things. The library. The parlor. Ticket holders, proceed to the carriage house to check in. Sorry, this is going to take me down a rabbit hole when we start talking about Titanic stuff too much, because that's just like one of my things. And I get like stuck in my things sometimes. Hold on. Here's a whole thing about the history of it and everything. Well, that's right. She was a big advocate. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, though, with the way she stood up to everybody. But she was a big advocate for suffrage and labor rights. There we go. The official museum website. I am a daughter of adventure. Oh, wait. Hold on. Real quick. Restoration after... Okay. Travel frequently, so it was often rented out. That sucks. The governor's mansion for the governor it was the governor's mansion. How about that? So they had bought the house in 1894, but in 1902, it was used as the... Oh, sorry, I should zoom in here for people to read this a little easier. In 1902, it was actually rented out, essentially, to Colorado as the governor's mansion while it was being remodeled. Cool. And then 1926, she turned it into a boarding house under supervision of her housekeeper. And then it was sold for $6,000. Oh, yeah, never mind. Okay. The year 1932. Okay. Became a rooming house for men. A Jane Addams Hull House settlement. And rooms and apartments for rent. Interesting. It continued to deteriorate, and by the 1970s, concerns arose about its impending demolition, but a group of concerned citizens named Historic Denver raised the funds for the house to be restored to its former state. Restoring the home group research paint chip analysis. Wow. And original photographs taken in 1910 as guides. The home is owned by then. Public tours run daily for a fee. It's been used as a museum since 1971. So there you go. They did have to restore it. Crazy though. All right. Titanic stuff. Oh. I am so with you there, Candace. I am so with you. Old houses and the history that goes with them and stuff like that. I am all about that type of stuff too. Or just history in general, like, talking about the Titanic, I am very much so into kind of the Victorian or colonial style houses, both of those, colonial and Victorian. The White House, the architecture of the White House, which is considered a neoclassical style, which I don't quite understand, but that one's one that I don't understand the name of. But yeah, I guess it's featuring the columns. But yeah. Somebody on the nobody wants to go on tours with you. Well, when I come out there, we can go on a tour. Okay? We can go on a freaking tour. Like, to me, I'm gonna show a picture here. This would be like one of my, I would love a home that looks like this. We'll do a quick cut. This is like one of my ideal looking type of homes. I love this look. I love that look. This one too, same thing. It's neoclassical style. I do like that look, but I love the columns. I really like the columns. Just like when you... Ooh, wait a minute. I think I know this house. Yeah, I think I know that house. That one's the small columns. I like the bigger columns in the front. The huge columns up front. That's what I really like. The couple columns like that one's not too bad, but I like the bigger columns. There you go. The big, tall 2-story columns and stuff like that. That's what I like. Just my style, it's the style I like. Like I say, because colonial has the smaller ones, and Victorian, I love this style too, though. Like, that just, look at that. That's just awesome looking. It's a crazy, amazing looking house. I could show you some of these houses out here in California too, because they actually have all of these styles out here. We have everything out here. Nobody is unique. Our custom style out here is like the what is it considered? Let me see. Traditional California house. Yeah, there we go. California style home. It's like a Pueblo design. There you go. I think that's what it's called. A Pueblo design. California bungalow or American craftsman style. The craftsman style is different. That's what you're going to see in right here. Well, okay, that's the bungalow. Sorry, the wrong one. That's the bungalow. I was going to say Pasadena. But maybe Pasadena's. Oh, no. I know what it is. Hold on. Let's go to Pasadena. Let's go to Pasadena. We're going to zoom in. Let's see. Rosemead, Eaton. Hold on. Bear with me. Oh, Sierra Madre. There we go. And I think it's right here. So those are some of the French style houses. A lot of the French architecture concepts. There we go with that Pueblo design. Plantation style with the wraparound. Yes, those are nice as well. Oh, where's Craftsman District? Oh, shoot. LA Craftsman House. There's a village, literally, that it's a historic village of craftsman style houses. That's one of them. That's the craftsman style house. It looks very similar to the bungalows. This entrance here, very similar. These are not the ones that I was looking for, though. You know, here's the bungalows. And we get into those Pueblo styles. There is an area where it literally dead ends. The street dead ends. I mean, this one dead ends, but I don't think this is the one. And the whole area. What's up, Mama Naps? Thanks for the raid. Orale, vatos. We're looking at homes and the different styles of homes in LA. Yeah, this is not it either. I don't remember where it is. Like I say, there's an area. Oh, wait. No, that's not it. It says Craftsman Way, but those are not Craftsman homes down there. Yeah, no. I'm telling you, Mama might even know about this, but she'll probably be a while before she actually gets here. There's a street in LA this says Craftsman Village Historic District, but this is not it. This is something completely different. Yeah. But these are kind of some of those craftsman homes that are historical and they can't change them. But this is not the one that I was looking for. Dang. I mean, the homes are amazing. The homes are amazing. These are just some of them, but not the ones I was looking for. South Pass, there you go. That's one of them. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's a gorgeous house right there. I would die if my neighborhood had that many houses back there. Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's LA, yo. Mama Daps, welcome in. And you weren't even looking at a small part of them, yo. Oh, that was down in Long Beach. No wonder. That's not even where I was thinking. Where I was looking for was up in LA. Yeah, you talked about, that was a lot of homes. Think about this. So this is Los Angeles up here. We're in a suburb where we were just looking at with all those houses. But it still extends way over this way. Down here. Along here. Lake Elsinore. Murrieta Hot Springs. All that. San Jacinto. Valley Vista. Hemet. We also extend this way. This is Orange County. Down South Orange County. We got a little bit of a, right along the edge here before we get into Oceanside, which is also where the Marine base is down here, Pendleton. Down into San Diego. And then into TJ, the Mexican border. And, I mean, there you go. Zooming in. Houses. You're staying in Alabama. You thought your city was getting big? Ain't no way, yo. Yeah, LA's way too big for its bridges. LA is way too big. Dude, you almost got caught tonight. Oh, no, what do you mean got caught? What'd you get caught on? Hold up. What'd you get caught on? Putting up signs. Oh, your sign's all over the place. Dang. Hold on. New York? New York's tiny. Keep in mind, LA grows outwards. New York grows up. All right, so here's New York. And there's not much necessarily this way. There's some, but it's more, becoming farmland and stuff out here. It goes up a little bit into New Jersey, but even still, there's a lot of unutilized land comparatively, right? And I'm zoomed in comparison. In fact, hold up. Right now, you can see it's hard to see my scale down here, but it's 2 miles is my range down there, my rangefinder thing. New York, right there. And if I zoom in a little bit more, there we go. But you got apartment buildings up the wazoo, condo complexes. If you want a house in New York, sorry, this is New York, Manhattan area. Sorry. This is Brooklyn that I was looking at. If you want a house, you ain't living in Manhattan. That's all straight up. There ain't no houses there. I mean, there's some, but yeah, they packed up too. All right, hold on. I'm going to go to that same. All right, here's that same distance. We're going to slowly make our way, ever so slowly. Hold on. Actually, let me get back here. We're going to fit New York into the screen, right? That's the primary of New York, Brooklyn, Manhattan, the primary part of what people consider New York. All right? So that's in the screen. We're going to back out a little bit. A lot of it. I'm going to go over here to LA and we're going to zoom in to that same marker point. There's that same marker point of my range. And I didn't even go up earlier either. So we went down right? Way down here, continues pretty full of stuff. Little skip into San Diego. We got the stuff that was out east. You know, Riverside, San Bernardino. All right, back into LA. And then what I didn't even do last time. What's up, Dragon Blood? Thanks for the follow. What I didn't even do last time was go north of LA, where we've got all this area. Right? And then that extends over here a little bit. We got Malibu across the coast here, which doesn't even show up much because that's like rich area. So they got a lot of land and stuff. So there's not a lot of homes, and it's mountainsides. But oh wait, we still not done because look, we go all the way out. All the way out still. Look at all this. And then there's up here a little bit more, Santa Clarita. Oh, but wait, if I go back over here to the east side of LA, towards Riverside, San Bernardino. Okay, so here's Ontario Airport, which is another big airport here. If we go north a little bit, oh, we got all this area here. The high desert, Hesperia, Victorville. If we go inwards a little bit, we've also got Lancaster, Palmdale. I mean, I got to zoom out a lot for you to really see all of the greater Los Angeles, like, stuff. Dreaded Victorville. Yes, LA does have high-rises. Here, check it out. If I'm going to zoom in here to... We've got multiple locations. So we've got downtown LA has high-rises. Santa Monica has high-rises. Culver City has high-rises, which is over here. Long Beach has high-rises. So we got a lot of like downtown areas because those are all big cities as well. They just all happen to be metropolitans to LA on top of it all. So right here, Staples Center or Crypto Arena now. And that's where the main downtown area is. I'm going to drop myself in the middle. And there we go. High rises. It's not as packed, though. It's not as packed as what New York is. LA Public Library. All right. That's the thing is LA branched outwards. Whereas New York, ooh, what building is that? I like this type of architecture too. Now we got to find out what building that is. Jump over there. Where's the front of that building? I don't know what building this is. Ooh, there we go. Got a California flag. Oh, there's a sign. The California Club. What the hell does that mean? But I like this. I like this building. What car is that inside the garage? I can't tell. Now I gotta look up what this place is called. Or what this place is. The California Club. It's an invitation-only private club established in 1888. Based in LA. According to the Los Angeles Times, the people who run the club belong to the Jonathan Club. People who own the Los Angeles belong to the California Club. Wait, hold on. People who run Los Angeles belong to the Jonathan Club. What the hell's the Jonathan Club? Private members only thing as well. The club. We are the Jonathan Club. Jonathans represent generations of thought leaders and innovators. They are energetic, curious, and aspire to make the most out of life. Eclectic mix of individuals united by a shared legacy. At the Jonathan Club, we believe in the power of diversity, the importance of community, and the impact of positive action, inspiring others along the way. Yeah. Bunch of rich people with nothing better to do, basically. That's what I'm hearing. I know that tells me absolutely nothing. Exactly. Tells me absolutely nothing. Houses. Still tells me nothing. Opened in 1925, the Jonathan Club is an architectural icon in Los Angeles' storied financial district. The undeniable energy of the historic space continues to serve as a catalyst for community and commerce. Sorry. Then they've got the Beach Club, the Jonathan Swimming Club. Oh. Okay. I know that place. All right. Back to the California Club. The California Club. Our legacy. Oh, hey, our legacy. Unmistakable elegance. Unmatched camaraderie. At the Renaissance of downtown Los Angeles, as the Renaissance of downtown Los Angeles continues, the California Club remains the city's premier social club, a prestigious position held by the club for well over a century. Appealing to LA's innovators and influencers, our members appreciate a retreat from the bustling outside world. Combined with a sense of tradition, distinct decor, and mutual respect, the California Club serves as a home away from home for our members and their guests, offering an experience that transcends generations. Our legacy honors the history that defines us while aiming to serve our members with the highest standards. The club provides an intimate sanctuary of supportive membership, meaningful relationships, and incomparable camaraderie while upholding the city's finest experience of elegance. That's what I'm thinking too, Mama. Oh. And look, I'm not one of those type of people to like say that type of stuff, especially because I belong to an organization that most people, so it's a Roll Tide or War Eagle for you. Got it. Yeah. Yeah.